Hello, Mr. Amigos, yo soy henchdude, and we're back with another episode of Lifeline, Crisis Line. Now, where we last left off, we were interviewing Mia and how she was with Jason and how her life was with Jason. And basically, he was just a shit husband. And now we're with the question, do we think Mia's a suspect? Now, me personally, I don't think so. I just think she thought that her husband was a dick and just didn't care. And now she don't care about him or nothing. That he's dead. She could give two shits less of if he was dead or not. He is, but that's not the point. So, I don't think Mia's a suspect. But I hope I'm not wrong. Let's see how it goes.
I'm not sure I agree with you, but we'll leave her off the list for now. I'm gonna call Dites and see if he can find an address for Holly Day, who is a massage therapist. If she advertises on the internet, it shouldn't be too hard to find. Hey, I just saw a tumbleweed. Kinda fun, but also kinda downer in context. Sigh. Now we need to talk to Mia co-worker Claire and check her alibi. We also really need to talk to Letter's mistress, Holly. What should we do first?
I'm pretty sure we should talk to Holly.
Sure, let's talk to Holly first. Hopefully Dites will have something for me by the time I get back into town. Dites found someone named Holly Day in Austin who is a massage therapist. Looks like she operates out of her home on West 23rd Street in West Campus neighborhood. West Campus is almost entirely home to university students who'd rather live in a rat trap off campus than a dorm room on their campus. Which makes you wonder why an adult is living there. I guess we'll find out. I'm heading there now. Holly's place is funky little house set between a pair of crummy apartment buildings. It's the kind of funky house you see a lot in Austin. Christmas lights strung on the porch railings and little trees out in front. A pair of cheap Adirondack chairs astride a big wooden wire stool that serves as an outdoor table. Some whimsical decorations in the unkept yard. A garden gnome, a plastic flamingo, a metal sunflower with a face, which is staring at me creepily. Sufjan Stevens' song whispering from the window. I'm knocking on the door. I can see Holly coming through the small window set in the door. She's very pretty, but she looks younger than her 20s. Maybe because she's so clearly nervous.
Who is it?
My name is Detective Espedo. I'm with the police. I need to talk to Holly Day. She's opening the door. She looks like a sullen teenager.
Okay, what?
I need to ask you a few questions about Jason Letter. May I come in?
Never heard of him. Sorry.
She has definitely heard of him. It's all over her face. She's been crying.
Be compassionate. You just don't make her more upset. She probably won't give out more information if she's just more upset. Try to just make her feel better.
Look, I understand you're probably nervous, but I need to talk to you about Jason Letter.
Sorry, I don't honestly know who that is.
She's one of the worst liars I've ever encountered, and when you work homicide, you meet a lot of liars. So if I were to check your appointment schedule, or trace your phone calls, I wouldn't see any contact between you and Jason Letter.
I have a lot of clients. Maybe one is named Jason. But you, need a warrant for that stuff. You don't have a warrant, I don't have to talk to you, and you have to get off my property.
She just slammed the door in my face.
Can you get a warrant?
Short answer, no. I don't have a probable cause. In order to get the warrant, I'd have to prove to a judge that either criminal activity was being committed here, or that there was evidence of a crime here. I don't have any proof that Holly even knew Jason, other than third-party allegations. I need more than that to get a warrant. I'll knock again. Okay? Let's try this again. I'm knocking. I can see her through the little window in the door, just staring toward me, wondering what to do. She looks terrified. Come on, Holly. Let's talk about this. We don't want to do things the hard way. It seems to have done it.
I said I don't know this person you're talking about.
I know you said that, Holly, but I can tell that you're lying. People lie to me all the time. I'm pretty good at catching them in it.
Okay, fine. Come in. God.
The house seems even smaller on the inside than it does on the outside. The inside of Holly's house is about what you expect a massage therapist's place to look like. Everything is minimal and tidy. There are soothing wall hangings. Through a set of French doors, I can see a massage table in the room that's supposed to be in the dining room right off the tiny kitchen. The bedroom door is open, and I can see into it. I assume there's a bed under all the shorts, dresses, and flowery freshman tops. She's waving me over to a futon. So, are you willing to admit that you knew Jason led her?
I guess so.
She's slumping into a blue Paspian chair, her legs dangling over the edge. It makes her look about 12. Why didn't you want to talk to me?
I don't like to talk about my clients.
But Jason was more than a client, wasn't he?
I don't want to say,
Why not?
because if I tell you about it, I'll lose my license.
Your license?
My massage license. You're not supposed to, with a client, they wouldn't understand.
Are you saying you sell more than just massage services?
No, ew, gross. It wasn't anything like that. We were in love. Jason loved me. And now he's dead.
She just started sobbing.
Ask about Mia?
What about his wife? You knew Jason was married, didn't you? She's shaking her head, sniffling.
Not at first. He never wore a ring or anything. And then when I found out, he told me that it was over and he was leaving her.
Wow. Is she really this naive?
Apparently.
He told you he was going to leave his wife. When was that supposed to happen?
It was going to take a little time. I know you think I'm stupid, detective, but I'm not. Jason really loved me. I know he did. He was so sweet and kind and loving. She didn't appreciate him. She's a frigid bitch.
Frigid. 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 That's a weird word. Frigid. 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 What you mean, fucking?
Ask who else Holly suspects.
Who else might have killed Jason?
I don't know. There was this guy he worked with who just hated him.
What? What guy?
His name was Rob or something. Jason thought he was on drugs. He sounded pretty messed up.
Rob? Or Rod?
All I know is the man I love is dead. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Holly, can you tell me where you were the morning Jason was murdered, between the hours of 5:30 and 8:30?
What? You think I could have done this? Have you been listening? I loved Jason. We were going to leave the country together.
So naive. Look, love stinks, bites you in the ass, and you don't need it. I believe you, but I still need to know if you can account for those hours.
As a matter of fact, I can. Jason spent the night here that night. He had an early meeting, and I had a yoga class. He kissed me goodbye. He told me he loved me, and I never saw him again.
Ask about the meeting. Did he tell you anything about the meeting?
Nothing. He didn't talk about his work. But he did say that if this meeting went well, they knew he would never have to worry about money.
Wow. She really thought Jason was going to run off with her. Thanks for your time, Holly. Here's my card. If you think of anything else, please let me know. I'll need the name of your yoga studio too. I believe you, but I have to make sure your story checks out.
Of course. It's Yoga Go-Go on 38th Street.
Yoga Go-Go.
I didn't kill Jason. I would never hurt him.
Not even if you found out he didn't love you?
No, because that would never happen.
Naive kids, I swear. Thanks for your time. Back in the car. So, you think she's a suspect?
I don't think so.
She was just too naive, too over the fact that he loved her. I think he was her first love, and she got a little taste of love, and I think it just went a little overboard, and I just don't think that would be plausible reason for her to murder him, because she was all goo goo gaga for him. Unless he did something very stupid, which I don't think so, because he was going to leave his wife for this chick, he was going to run away for her, and he was going to sell something so they would never have to worry about money again. I mean, if I were this chick, I wouldn't murder him, because he sounds like a good man. No, me neither. She seemed genuinely upset and confused by his death. I'll still have Dice check out her alibi, though. I think Holly's told me all she has to tell. And it's a pretty sad story. Let's give Claire a call. I'm gonna grab some food while I'm at it. Right. I'm in the car. parked at P. Terry's drive-thru, stuffing a weirdly underpriced burger into my mouth. I realized I couldn't remember the last time I ate, and that seemed problematic. While I was driving just now, I called Claire Schwarzenegger, aka Mia Westerman's alibi. She's still at the conference in Houston, but she said she'd go back to her hotel room and I should call her back in 10 minutes. It's been 9 minutes. Let's call her. Normally I wait to talk to her in person, but time is short, and I don't want to give Claire and Mia time to get their story straight. Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. It's ringing.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Schwarzenegger. Are you able to talk now?
Yes, of course. What you need?
Can you tell me about your relationship to Mia? Are you close friends?
Oh, I wouldn't say we're close friends. She's the CEO and I'm director of marketing. We work well together. We get along really well because we're both clinically bitches. But we're not great friends out of work. Sometimes we get together for margaritas and we rag on the people we work with. But we don't really socialize beyond that.
The tone of her voice is kind of strange, H.C. Barbacho. Like she's really hesitant to speak. That's a bad sign.
Ask her what's wrong.
Miss Schwarzenegger, is there something wrong? You shouldn't hesitate to talk.
I'm sorry, detective. I'm in kind of a weird situation here.
How so?
I don't want to say the wrong thing. This is my boss we're talking about. Tell her it's alright.
Don't worry, Miss Schwarzenegger. You're not in any trouble. Not yet, anyway.
Do I have to testify in court if I know something?
That depends. If it's relevant to your knowledge of a crime being committed, then it's very likely.
Shoot. I was afraid you'd say that. I can't be involved in something like this. I have friends and family that'd be so scandalized. Can I just tell you off the record?
I'm sorry. Can you hang on for just 1 second, Miss Schwarzenegger?
Sure.
Wow. Okay, HD. There's no such thing as off the record with police. That only works with reporters. But she clearly doesn't know that, or doesn't want to. I can lie with her about that, or I can stretch the truth and let her talk.
You know what? Let's let her believe what she wants to believe, and let's just play along and see if we can make her talk. If not, we can just level with her.
You mean the Miranda warning? You have the right to remain silent? Yeah, I don't have to read her those. I would only have to do that if I was detaining her, and we're not even in the same city. Bonus fact. The sentence, you're under arrest, is almost never immediately followed by the sentence, you have the right to remain silent.
How come?
You don't actually have to Mirandaize someone until you start questioning them, so you don't really want to remind a criminal that shutting up might be a good idea until you have to. You have the entire ride back to the station for him to say something really stupid off his own violation. And guys, sorry, but in this situation, it's always a him. Women just don't shoot their mouths off in the back of the police cars. It's a hard fact of biology, I guess. So, should I stretch the truth and tell her she can talk off the record? Sure! Of course. Anything you say will be kept 100% off the record.
Okay, in that case, I'll tell you the whole sordid tale. Mia was having an affair with a man here in Houston. Can you believe that?
After talking to Mia, I have no problem believing that. What makes you think so?
She told me. She said she and Jason were miserable and she was getting nothing from their marriage. So she had to go outside the marriage to get what she needed. That's what she said.
You don't need sex. What did you think about that?
I couldn't believe it. Jason was so sweet and handsome. I didn't get it at all. I guess they really know with people, right? Anyway, she begged me to cover for her during the convention when she was off with this guy. And one of those times she gave was that morning.
What were you supposed to say?
I was supposed to say we met at the House of Pies at 7:30, but I didn't see her until lunchtime.
Do you know where she was meeting this man?
No, and before you ask, I don't know who he is, or I tell you. I bet you never know the pet food industry was such a hotbed of intrigue, did you? Ask if she thinks Mia killed Jason. Now, since we have this information, now I'm starting to think maybe Mia can become a suspect.
Miss Johnson, do you think Mia was capable of murdering her husband?
I know she didn't like him very much. They had a lousy marriage. A funny woman complained about their husbands, right? I thought about bashing my husband's head a few times. but I never do it. I always figured that's how Mia was. Now maybe I'm not so sure.
Thanks for your time, Miss Shump. You have my number. If you can think of anything else that might help, please let me know.
I'll let you know right now that I won't. I don't plan on talking about this ever again.
Keep the number anyways. Well, that was interesting. Was Mia lying to cover up an affair, or something more sinister?
Maybe the affair was just a cover.
I guess it's possible. Okay, let me throw away this cold lump of organic, antibiotic-free cheeseburger, and we'll be on our way. HD, it's time for our last interview. The only person I left to talk to is Animal Heirs. Remember him? Rod Ross's alibi? I've been waiting for him to go on shift at the Austin Beer Factory. People get nervous when you talk to them at their jobs. I think I'd like to make Animal nervous. I'm headed there now. It's just a few miles from here. Talk to you in 5 minutes. I'm here at Austin Beer Factory. According to their receptionist, Animal's supposed to be on shift right now. Dites pulled his rap sheet for me. Turns out, Animal's not give his name. That would be Herbert. It seems that Herbert has always been in a bit of trouble with the law during his 27 years on the planet. He was arrested twice for possession of controlled substance with intent to distribute. Animal got probation for his first offense, he was 17, and 6 months for his second, he was 19 then. But he hasn't gotten popped since, not even a traffic ticket. Maybe Animal's cleaned up his act, and Rod handles divorce to be nice. There's nothing more to it than that. Wouldn't that be nice? There's something so cliche about a drug dealer named Animal. I kinda want him to be solid citizen, you know? Just like that Animal mold. He also brews beers. Good point. He's multi-faceted. Maybe there's hope for him after all. Alright, let's go be an animal. The Austin Beer Factory is less a factory and more an old warehouse that has been converted into a brewery. There is an office to one side, and a tasting room with a bar in front. The vats are a big open space beyond the tasting room. There's a burly guy with a beard and chucky glasses in the office. Let's talk to him. Hi, I'm looking for Animal. He's working. He's not allowed to have visitors back when he's working. Sorry, I'm Detective Espedo with the Austin Police. Can you make an exception for me? What's this about? Nothing to do with your business, sir. I just have some questions to ask him. I'm the owner. Has he been selling drugs again? Are you here to arrest him? Ask him where Animal is. I can't really discuss the particulars of this case. He's my nephew. I gave him this job on the condition that he'd never sell drugs again. Don't worry, sir. I'm not here to arrest your nephew. So as far as I know, he's done nothing wrong. He's out on the loading dock. The bottle delivery just came in. Just head past the vats. Thanks, sir. Beer vats are neat. They're big and they're full of beer. What's not to love? I can see someone on the loading dock now, unloading boxes from the van. He's a pretty big dude. Close cropped hair, lots of tattoos. He looks like he'd do pretty well in a Henry Holland's lookalike contest. Let's go say hi. Should I address him as Animal or Herbert? Both have their charms. Animal sounds cooler. Excuse me, Animal Heirs? Yeah. I'm Detective Espedo with the Austin Police. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? If I say I mind, will you leave me alone? No. This guy is what a mom would call a cool breeze. It's not a compliment. I'm having a real hard time seeing how this guy and Rod could be buddies. In fact, he's playing it so cool, he doesn't even stop unloading crates from the delivery van. Like he's a character on Law & Order. Would you mind taking a break from the crates for a minute? I gotta unload this van. It can wait. I'm sure your uncle will understand. Fine. What do you want? Ask him about Jason. What do you know about a man named Jason Letter? Never heard of him. Sorry. Can you tell me where you were during the hours between 5:30 and 8:30 a.m. 2 days ago? Why? What am I meant to have been doing during that time? Can you just answer the question, please? Day before yesterday, you mean? Oh, I was here with my boy Rod from 6 until 8. You can ask him. I'll explain to him how bottle conditioning works. Did anyone else see you? No. We were the only ones here. Ask if Rod seemed strange. Was Rod acting strange that morning? Did anything about his behavior bother you? How would you know? That Rod is one strange little dude. You know what I mean? He's the most tightly wounded, approval-seeking person I've ever met. Can't argue with the truth. That's all I can think now. See, that wasn't so bad. I'm quivering with satisfaction. Here's my card. Once you're done quivering, if you think of anything else that might help, give me a call. I'll add you to my contact post-haste. Smart thinking. Okay, I'm gonna head back to HQ, and then we can see where we stand with all this. Now I'm back at my desk. We're almost at the finish line, HD Barbacho. Hang on. Here comes Dites. Hey, Dites. What do you got for me? Dites has his hands behind his back.
Pick a hand. Right is better than left. Thank you.
You just tossed a clear evidence bag on my desk with a thud. The wrench.
There's your murder weapon. The blood is Jason Leder's, no doubt about it.
What about the wrench? What is that?
You're going to love this, Alex. The wrench, it's a special auto wrench made specifically for a few brands. Ferrari, Mastieri.
And Lamborghini.
You got it.
What's in your other hand?
This is a sign-in sheet for the Kun Daily Yoga class Yoga a Go-Go on the morning in question. You'll notice the name Holiday there on line 3. The teacher remembered her being there, and so did some guy who was taking a class. He remembers her really, really well. I think she could have been a new boyfriend if she wants to.
Her alibi checks out?
Yep, solid as a rock.
Guess she's not much of a suspect. Damn. That messes with my head.
I need a taco. Do you have any tacos?
I don't just carry any tacos.
Huh. Well, you should start.
Oh, Dites. I guess we were right not to suspect Holly.
Hi, Mr. Rachel. I'm back yet again. Let's take a moment and check in again, see how you're doing. You're not doing a very good job so far. Your compassion rating is low. I'm going to check in with you as you progress.
Is it just me? Or does Hellbot have an uncanny ability to check in with us at the right time?
That is odd, actually.
Yeah. There's something a bit weird about that thing. I can't put my finger on it. No offense if you're listening, Hellbot.
How can I be of assistance?
Sorry, false alarm.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything.
Let's go over what we learned one last time. First, let's talk about Jason Leder. Turns out he wasn't the sweet, available guy he seemed to be at first. I found a safe in Leder's office, but I couldn't open it. We learned that Leder's stepbrother, Mike Dewitt, was blackmailing him. That would seem that make Dewitt a suspect. But like Mia said, why would he murder someone who was paying him blackmail money? Rod Ross hated Jason's guts. Let's talk about our remaining suspects in detail. Here's everything we know about each of them. Rod Ross, the co-worker. Rod hated Jason Leder. Rod is deeply in debt and behind his payments for an expensive mortgage and his expensive, ridiculous car. Rod's alibi is that he was with animal heirs when the murder took place. We found a wrench dumped over a cliff at Mount Bonnell, and the wrench, which is used to fix Lamborghinis, is indeed the murder weapon. And Rod just happens to be missing a wrench. Mia Westerman, the wife. We know that her alibi is that she was at a pet food conference in Houston, but Mia's friend Claire said that Mia asked her to lie about them having breakfast together. If that's true, her whereabouts at the time of a murder are unaccounted for. Marvin Heckler, the angry corporate security officer. Leder met a guy from P the morning of his death. That man almost has to be Marvin Heckler. Letisa Garza, who is Marvin's boss, called Leder specifically. Garza told me that she'd arranged a meeting with Leder, but that Leder called it off at the last minute. That seems strange. And of course, the most damning thing of all, Marvin works for the green-eyed woman, and has threatened my life, and has she. I think that's every salient fact. I think we've talked to everyone there is to talk to. We need to arrest someone for Jason Leder's murder. This is what it's all been leading up to. Should I arrest Mia Westerman?
Oh. Oh. Oh, this is where it gets juicy. Oh, but is it just William Westerman that you have the choice for? Or do you have the choice to arrest Rod? Or Marvin Heckler? And what if I pick the wrong person? I'm nervous. I don't know who to pick. I'm scared. But we'll have to see in the next episode. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Hasta la vista, baby.